Guys, just climbed the hill, so I'm catching up my breath, but it's been quite a while to actually be outside with my phone in my hands and with the tweenies in the stroller. One is still awake, my princess, and my little prince is already gone because he loves to be rocked, and he was already demanding to be in the stroller and just relax. When he stands his hands up, means he wants to be held, which means he's tired, which means I have to put him in the stroller. And if he's already tired, he doesn't let me put him in a stroller, and then he's really fuzzy and doesn't let me buckle him up. But at this point today, I was lucky because he was just in the right amount of tired that let me put him on the stroller. And so he's gone. We've been out for like, 5 to 7 minutes, and he's already out. My baby girl, even though it's summer and it's hot, it's going to be 28 degrees Celsius today. She's still touching that little winter blanket. I'm hoping that she doesn't boil, but she still sleeps with it. And when she doesn't have the blanket, recently she started putting her finger in her mouth. And I'm like, that's not going to happen, little girl. I just give her back the blanket so she can just touch the blanket. She needs a comfort of some sort, and so something that makes her safe and comforted and secure. And so if it's on the blanket, then it's a thumb. But I don't like the thumb thing. Sorry, it's bumpy on the way down the hill. But yeah, that's with my little tweenies. Today was, I think it was last Thursday that the Potties came, so it hasn't been even a week yet. Today's what? Tuesday? Yeah, it hasn't been a week yet. So the weekend, since the Potties came in the mail from Amazon, the first day was great. She dropped her bomb and she started running all over the hallways because she just loves to be chased. She's like really, really naughty, cute pie. So I had to chase her around to wipe her bum, but it was not that bad at all, actually. You could see all the corn that she has eaten. And so that was a good score. And for the first day, that was amazing. And then her brother peed 2 times in a potty that day, because I know boys pee more often and a little bit because their bladder is naturally smaller than the ladies. We can keep it. I mean, we can keep it, you guys, you know, right? So she pees more, not that often, and a big amount. So I know because I see the amounts in the diaper, and you know, when I try to time it. But this morning, it's my second day of failure because Monday and today Tuesday. I try to put them right before they go in the morning poo-poo, because usually they have like this time right after breakfast. Sometimes it's during breakfast, and you know, when they start putting things in their mouth and things start working in their body. So my goal is to make it on time for the potty. I'm just dreading that moment, but I'll catch the right moment. One of those days it will come. I'm not giving up on it. So you know, I changed it anyways, and I showed them the stuff inside of the diaper, and then I show them the potty, and I tell them this has to be in the potty. And when they chase me in the bathroom when I have to go, and they open the door, I show them the toilet seat, and I tell them this is mommy's potty, so everybody has to go potty. So potty training, it's hard. Saturday and Sunday I just completely abandoned it. I think on Saturday I put them in the morning once. On Sunday, didn't even bother. Seriously, it's just when I have 5 of them in the house, it's like, what? But when it's during the weekends, just us 3, then I kind of like keep a schedule and try to set habits for them. So that's working better when it's only 3 of us. When there are other people around the room, around the house, constantly talking, chasing, fighting, asking questions. Mommy, where is this? Mommy, where is that? Mommy, what can I do? Mommy, I'm bored. And it's just like, it's like this bomb ticking in my head. And when I cannot keep it anymore, when it's out of time, I go like, I just want alone time, but like alone for peace and quiet, not for I just want to be alone kind of thing. No, I love them, but after the weekends on Monday, I feel exhausted. I hate Mondays actually, because Saturday and Sunday are like, please go, please pass by, please be done with. And on Monday, I'm tired to death. I just unblob and I don't want to do anything. But then I have to go back to the schedule with the potties. So this morning, both of them, I lost it. I couldn't do the bomb part, the number 2 part. But around 10 o'clock, I put them. Wait, really? What time is it? Oh wow, yeah, it's 10:25. So right before we came out, I put them in the potty. Their diapers were already big with pee, but sorry guys, eyelashes. I put them in the potty, and first he peed, and he was like checking, like, oh, what's going on, because he feels, something is coming out of his body. So it was really cute, and I praise him and I love him and I hug him. And then I went to wash his potty to drop it in the toilet, and by the time I come back, I see my baby girl not in the potty but sitting next to the potty with a book, because we read books there. And I was like, I checked in the potty, there's pee too, and I was like, I love her and I hug her and I praise her and I put their diapers on and we're out for a walk. They're just so lovely. Those babies are so lovely. They are going to be 18 months next month. And so I think for their age, they're doing great. And they just love to sit on those potty because they're so cute. I couldn't believe that. I go to the Japanese Amazon and I look at all the potties, and I spotted one that we had exactly the same at home. But I think we gave it away, or we just trashed it or something. And there was like one ancient one that was just into pieces, and I just hid that thing. It was given to us or something, I don't know. So that's trash. But I spotted one like that on Amazon. It was quite expensive, and I was like, I was looking in the thrift shops, they don't have it. It's like when people bring things, and I'm like, do I really want to have a potty from a thrift shop? Kinda. I mean, imagine if it's not like really clean very well in some spots, and I'm kind of like a clean freak. I mean, not really, but about those things, yeah, I really care. So, and I saw those potties, and they were the cheapest thing, and they are so, if you think about the amount of plastic, there's a lot, and it's big and bulky, and it's like it has handles that the babies can hold on to when they're sitting. So they naturally did. I didn't teach them where to hold. They just held the holders and sat, and I was like, wow. And it has a cover with a cute face that is like doing this, or like with shy. It's really cute. And so the potties themselves are really cute and easy to take the stuff and wash it away quickly. So it's amazing. It's great, and it's the cheapest thing I saw. And I think there was a bunch of paper there, and those papers were saying it's from California or something. I don't know, but it was in the Japanese Amazon, so they have it in stock here. I was really, really pleasantly surprised. It was a good bargain. And so they enjoy sitting on them, just even with their clothes on, with their diapers on. They just love to go and sit on it, and they point to it, and we're learning now to say the word potty. Actually, about speaking, they don't, like, I get those emails, weekly emails from the baby center app, the one that tracks your pregnancy and the development of the fetus and stuff like that. But they keep sending you afterwards emails of the development of the child, and what was it saying, for 17 months and 3 weeks or 2 weeks or whatever. They are it talks the main topic was about how babies make their own words and language, because they can really quite mimic the right pronunciation of the words. And so instead of saying I don't understand, which makes them frustrated and stressed, it will just try to guess the words, so you can learn to communicate. And if they say, instead of potty, they say something else, I will probably have to understand. And it's natural, like the mom kind of like knows and feels, because you spend so much time together. You kind of like, I mean, they can read my face and they can know if I'm not happy with them, what they're doing. If they're climbing on the top of the table, they know my face, so they go down. So communication, no problem. The only problem I see is they're not speaking yet, because they hear their brother speaking in Japanese with their father. They see mommy talking in Bulgarian to her family, and then we all speak English at home, and I talk to them in English. And just when it's like sweet moments, when I want to call them something cute, it just comes naturally in Bulgarian. I don't know why. It's always been like that with all my 3 previous kids. I don't know, it's just mother thing. I cannot control. It's just really cute when I just see them. I just love them, and I keep calling them things in Bulgarian like sweetheart and things like that. They're both asleep now, so I have to lower her seat a little bit so she can feel comfortable, hopefully. Oh, her hair is wet and it's growing so much. Oh, she's so pretty. Always has to have her mouth buried in this thing, but she's so sweaty. Anyways, so with language, I think they will be slower, because their brain is taking in 3 languages at the same time. So that kind of like makes them wonder and figure out and decide which one is for what. And sometimes I try to tell them the word in both in English and in Bulgarian, so they know. But I mainly talk to them in English though, like all the commands, all the communication, like let's go, they know let's go. When they see the ditch with the water inside rushing in, they say, they try to say wata, so it's become something like nata, something with a tidy, and so it's like, oh, okay, you're trying really hard to get it right. So they're trying to say wata now. We try to use sign language a lot, because if they don't know how to say they're hungry, I just start rubbing my tummy, and so I just want to see if they're hungry or not. And sometimes my baby girl, she says I'm hungry by rubbing her tummy and climbing the chair. So we have those 2 chairs. I put actually all the chairs down on the floor, like I flip them down so they don't climb on them and get on the table. So because the table, like 2/3 of it is just an internal mess and nobody moves and cleans, so it's just that's how it is. So all the chairs go down, and they cannot really climb on the chair to get up anymore. So when they come to those chairs and try to lift them up, I know they want to eat. They're really cute like that. And when they start crying around the sink area, I know they're thirsty. It's very interesting, isn't it? And when they look for their blankets, oh, by the way, he has a blanket too officially. It's, however, not as small as this. It's really big. And it's still winter blanket. It's big and fluffy and has like snowflakes. Actually, my sister sent it to me for the baptismal service, like of my 3rd boy who was baptized back in March. And so, but then this guy confiscated it, literally. And it's a small blanket. It's not like for a big kid. It's like just to wrap yourself around. It's really cute blanket. So he got it and he sleeps with it. He sees his sister doing that with her blanket, so he has a blanket too now officially. And he likes to wrap his face on it too. So I think it's a baby thing. It's just really, really cute how they imitate each other and follow each other, and it's just really cute. But I'm not gonna give up on the potty training. We're gonna do a little bit every day, a little bit by little bit. And I know it takes a lot of patience and lots of pee wiped from the floors, and which I got plenty of time for not even a week. And I have to say, even before the potties came, this baby boy loves to pee all over the place. Had to wash a whole carpet for that because it was way too much, too many times on that carpet. So yeah, good thing it's summer, so things dry really fast here, and it's amazing. Look at all the green, you guys. This is just so rich green and it feels good. I don't know what particular is this field. It looks like something is on it, but I don't know what. Or maybe it's just weeds. I don't know. This is just abundant with weeds on it. And behind is bamboo forest. And I don't know how it's in other countries. I know in Hawaii they had like in Kaneohe area they had in Oahu a big memorial with kind of like graveyard for the people who gave their lives fighting for the freedom of the country. So it was like memorial kind of park. Next to it there was a Buddhist temple that is an exact replica of the one in, where was it? Not too far from here. Or maybe it is, I don't know, Kyoto or something. Kyoto, yeah. So, but this is what it is when it's somewhere in the deep country where we are. It's like, I believe it's family thing, maybe relatives connected. So there is no body in there. It's just bones and ashes. I think they keep one bone for whatever reason and ashes, and they keep it there. And then everybody makes sure there are flowers, fresh flowers all the time. Like when I go on Saturdays with my oldest to the those farmer markets where fresh vegetables and fruits are cheaper, supposedly cheaper, before they go through the middleman and go to the supermarket. They also sell lots of flowers, and those grandmas and grandpas buy lots of them. And I always wonder what did you do with those flowers? But then I pass by those little kind of sanctuaries with rocks on them, and they always have flowers there, fresh flowers. So I'm like, that's really sweet. Back home when we go to visit the graves of our ancestors too, we bring flowers, of course, and they sell them right in front of the cemetery, and also candles. I never understand the reason why candles, but they have that here too. Candles are, I guess, big. Here they have scents too. They smell really good. But back home is just candles. And my mom always told me that this is a monarch butterfly, you guys. Look. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love the butterflies, but I certainly don't like the caterpillars. My mom always told me about candles that it's a thing. It supposedly helps your ancestors either in the dark to see light. I don't know how true that is, but I'll take it. I think where they are is much better than what is here, to be honest, but well, it depends on your deeds in this world. But yeah, I think pretty much it's a misconception, but back then I took it. My mom would say something, and they have this thing, what do you call it in English? I don't know. It's like when they buy stuff like treats, like small bread, sweet breads, or desserts of some sort, and they go to the cemetery and they give to people on behalf of that deceased person. And they believe that by doing that, it's helpful for those who were sinners or whatever sins they had to be forgiven, to just be forgiven, and to feel good where they are, kind of thing, and or just to memorize, to remember them, and to, I don't know. So it was always fun for me to go with my mom, and we make like small bags with treats inside. It's like Christmas all over again every time. I think there are a few of those during the year, and certain days. It's according to the Orthodox Church canon, whatever it is. And so It's we would make small bags and we'll have treats inside, and we'll go with those bags in the cemetery around my grandparents' grave, and whoever we see in the distance around us, we'll run to them with Dilly, with my sister, and we'll just give them the bags, and they'll say literally in English it sounds like God forgive, let God forgive, or something like that. And so yeah, they did. And you know, those people usually they have bags too, and they give you one bag with treats. And so the gypsy people, I don't want to be racist here, but you know, they're the people usually that are homeless, and or if they have homes, they're like really low quality kind of home made up with like whatever brick and plaster, whatever they could throw on it. And they live like in the outskirts of the city. And so they know those days, and they go to the cemetery a lot, especially with those hungry kids that are just dressed very poorly. And they would go there because they know people give away food. So my mom hated it, but also she hated it, but like she also knew, and she had the heart to give. She always was like, you know, when you look at the kid in their eyes, it doesn't matter if that kid is fed that day or not. Why don't you just look at the kids' faces, and I don't know, it just does something to it. You just give them anyways. But yeah, enough about graves and cemeteries and stuff and potty training, and I'll just leave it to here, because this is my life now, potty training, you guys. No joking. It's that and the occasional, you know, quarrels around in the house with the bigger boys. Like this morning I'll wake up to the screaming, crying of one of them, and try to figure it out, what happened and why it happened and why they're on each other's throats from the morning. But you know, everybody has those days. So try to smooth it out and work it out with not so much talking, more like making breakfast together, things like that, so you can get the mind off the problem. To some extent it worked, so there was peace, so we could read the scriptures and say a family prayer together, and they could go in peace to school. I don't know, it's just I know people are, you know, when you have so many people in the same house, it just, everybody's different. Everybody, they're trying now to learn to ally with everybody else and to do things together, and you know, they're still into the, oh, that's my thing, I like to do this, and who cares about the others kind of thing. So I just try to teach them to, you know, respect each other and remember what the other person doesn't like or does like, so they can avoid doing it or do it nicely for them, and, you know, things like that. It's also a process. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's pretty much, I wish you luck. Have all the patience in the world to do it, mommy. You're doing great. Pat yourself on the shoulder and say, you can do this. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.